What is up, everybody? Welcome in. See the Floor Podcast. Your boy K Malone.
Ryan Wilson.
Yes, sir. Here with another episode. We're here to do what we do. You ready, brother?
Let's get it.
You already know the deal. See the Floor Podcast. Your boy K Malone.
Ryan Wilson.
Man, ding, ding, ding. Bring in Ali. Bring in the heavy hitters. Champ of the world.
Heavyweight. You won't see the heavyweight class.
Hey, man, they don't want to see me.
Uh-huh.
Hey, but we're here, though. You already know. Another time, another episode. We locked in. But this week's episode is, like, crucial, but, like, not crucial. I mean, it's crucial to the...
It's not anything new.
Yeah, like, to the viewership and, like, us getting to see. I mean, COVID, it's here. We got to deal with it. Got to work around it, through it, whatever way.
Seem like it ain't going nowhere. No time soon, unfortunately.
Nope. And, I'm not a political person, so the whole vaccine thing, like, I don't know, If I was an NBA player, Adam Silver, suggested they should get it as a sign of, unity, that people should get it. What you think?
I mean, at this point, I'm all for it. I know people in my personal life that have gotten it, so at first I was afraid of it, but I didn't think, it was a track or anything. I know your pops think it.
Oh, yeah.
Think the government tracking everybody. But, yeah, I mean, it's been a minute since the people in my life have gotten it, and they seem to be doing fine. Hopefully there's no long-term effects, but, I mean, I'd rather get it and have it in my mind. It might help my mental instead of walking around in fear. You still got to take your precautions or whatever, but it'd be nice to have that vaccine and kind of use it as a security blanket. What about you?
I mean, one, I'm not really a shots person. So
the boy don't like needles.
Crazy. I really don't. I really don't. Tattoos and all, but still don't really like needles. But for the sake of, if I was told that I have to, obviously I would.
Yeah.
If I'm still given a choice, I think it's one of the things, like, especially for me, if I'm on a team and I'm considered a leader and I'm looking at the majority of the guys that have either, gotten the shot as a precaution or looking to me as a leader, and I think that eases their mind. I mean, I think that's something that I do because, one, we're already taking a chance anyway, playing, right, in the midst of everything that's going on. Obviously now, our top athletes, they're given, like we talked about in other episodes, given somewhat of an advantage at the fact they get frequently tested and they're being contact traced, and they're given everything that they need outside of, when they're away from the team to be able to, battle this as best as possible. So in that sense, I mean, I would feel comfortable enough getting it because I would hope that our team doctors and everybody else have done enough research and say, okay, like, we feel comfortable that you guys should take it and be okay.
Yeah.
So that's my early thought.
And I also think, just like I said, I know people in my life that have gotten it. So I feel like as time goes by and, there are more results and tests done that they can go off of, it might make them more comfortable, and it might be, a assigned thing to do.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, now in the midst of, like, this season, we're in the 2021 season. I mean, this is a season where they're not in the bubble. I mean, we go back to playing games in everybody's respective arenas. We have, only maybe 8 teams in the league that are allowing a limited number of fans. I mean, what do you think in the midst of this year of them having to navigate COVID, and obviously last season playing in this type of format, the moment that it happened, everything stopped.
Yeah.
And, this podcast was created around that. But now that, in the midst of it all going on, they're playing games and trying to get through, the first part of this season.
I just feel like there's too much. It's too much of the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many factors when dealing with COVID and being not in a bubble.
Mm-hmm.
It leaves too many unknowns. And that's been highlighted throughout the season.
Yeah. I mean, now there's been at least 20 games, I would say, that have been postponed. I mean, is that something that, one, I think we both know is going to continue as guys either do test positive or other teams have played have guys that test positive? I mean, do you think that's going to hurt? Is it something you just deal with? You get around? I mean, what's your thought on that?
Yeah, I definitely think it hurts. It's so inconsistent.
Yeah.
You have people that play, you have people that don't play. You don't know if you're gonna have your whole roster. It's just
that's very true.
Yeah,
because you have injuries on top of that.
Exactly.
On top of guys being out. Now the NBA's thing was they're going to try to play 72 games. Normally it's 82 games. Do you think that they get to 72 games at this point?
No.
Okay.
I said it when they said 72 that was too many.
Okay.
I don't think they'll make it.
Now, I mean,
within the timeline at least.
Got you. Now you got to go through the whole thing. If you don't get to 72 or certain teams do you cut it back to a certain amount once the second half of the schedule comes? Do you say, okay, we're just still going to take the percentages, or you have to get to a certain, have you thought about what maybe would be the best way to get to the finish line?
I don't think there's going to be a happy income. It's going to be some mad teams and some mad players, some mad owners,
mad fans.
It's going to get ugly.
Okay. I mean, that's tough.
There's no way to win with that situation. Somebody's going to be hurt.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, somebody's going to feel slighted that they didn't get the amount of games. Now, the one thing I do like, something that they brought out of the bubble, was those 9th and 10th teams get a chance to have that play in, to play the 8 seed to see who gets to fight for that, because I think you need the potential to be able to have teams that are still kind of like in playoff mode be able to come in, because, like I said, you don't know if a team gets, maybe put out because they have so many positive tests, or, we're in contact with somebody else and they're like, okay, we can't get through a series at this point, and maybe have to plug somebody in. So I do like the fact that they're going to be able to have the 9th and 10th teams kind of compete for that last spot. And
that's if their record is within range, right? Or just so. Regardless. If you're 9-10, you get a play in.
Yeah.
Regardless of your record? So you could have you could be 3 games back or something.
Yeah, if 9 and 10 are with whoever's 9 and 10, they'll play each other.
Yeah.
A 3-game, first to 2 wins. Then they get a 1 game against the 8 seed to see who gets in.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I like it.
I mean, it makes things interesting, but I mean, if your 10 seed is 3 games back and they ended up beating the 9 and 8, you think that's fair? You still finishing with a worse record?
I think so.
You believe in second chances, huh?
But I mean, at that point, it's not a second chance. So I mean, especially for this season, what if you were team 10 and you only got to play 64 games, and that team 8 made it to 72, and really that 10 team was better?
Yeah, I could see it in that aspect, but
I mean, here's the thing. Let's go back to our last episode. I mean, one of our previous one about the Western Conference. I mean, if I'm in the West and I'm 10, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I mean, if I get a shot at San Antonio and New Orleans at 8, and I'm Houston, and now we made all these trades, we got our team together. Oh, I'm here for it.
Yeah, it works when you that 10 seed or that 9 seed, but if
you're the 8 seed, are you hot about it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Especially if my record is better than yours.
Okay,
I shouldn't be playing you.
You do make a point. I just thought about this. If I'm the 8 seed, I'm hot because if that one game, and I hope that it's just one game and it's not a series, a best to, 2 wins or whatever, because then that makes it hard for you against that 1 seed.
Exactly.
Because you had to expend some energy you wouldn't expect and have to expend. So now, with that, I'm trying to fall 1 through 7, not 8, not like, okay, yeah, let's get 8. No, we got to get 7. Yeah. I don't want to have to see, a hungry John Wall or, a Kings team that's just trying to scrap and claw. And
yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about with that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, now going forward, we're getting, kind of to the point where normally in a normal season, this would be where we get closer to our All-Star break. So breaking news over the last couple of days is that the NBA and NBA PA, so that was Chris Paul signing off, everybody else signed off on having an All-Star game March 7th in Atlanta.
The fact that it's in Atlanta.
Now, obviously, Atlanta's, more like Dallas at this point. It's more open. It's more free.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it didn't get his nickname because this, but Hot Atlanta's Hot Atlanta. And I mean, I don't want to see people, like, bring in their cases, like, with it just. That just is not the place, because that's one of the places
it just doesn't sit well. Just the fact that you say Hot Atlanta, like, it just doesn't sit well.
Yeah. Because we both know there are activities to do in Atlanta for a normal All-Star weekend. Atlanta would be jumping.
Oh yeah, you can get live in Atlanta. So, you can get live in Hot Atlanta. But yeah, it just, I would have liked to have been in the room just to hear the conversation. How did you come to that?
I just think, one, you pick a place that's obviously marketable for the game. You pick an arena that's big enough.
But is it going to be open?
The game?
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, obviously, you have to get to a point where you decide if you're going to play a game. I mean, I think the discussion now does go to, like, what, are they going to allow fans in or whatever? Because, one, they're also going to have some of the skills competitions. Sounds like they're going to have a dunk contest. And you can't do any of that without – who's going to watch a dunk contest just amongst the guys that want to come in?
I mean, you tune in every year.
I know, but, like, without the fans, it ain't exciting. Like, me at home.
You pay attention to the fans when you watching it every year?
I mean,
no.
But, okay, here's the thing, though. How many guys are really – how are you going to dunk with no – like, I'm talking about just – it's a different type. But it's cool when you do it in an open gym because you got your other peers really watching you. Like, I'm trying to show out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the fans would make the dunk contest and 3-point contest. Who's gonna shoot a bunch of threes in front of nobody?
Well, yeah, for the participant, yeah, it is huge to have the fans.
Exactly.
But marketing wise, money wise, business wise, is it? Okay, say they don't. Mm-hmm. They don't. It's not open. Why Atlanta? Yeah, it's marketable, but
do you have another place?
Anywhere.
Anywhere but Atlanta?
Anywhere that has more restrictions. Atlanta is so loose and open, just like you said, just like Dallas. Like,
so you wouldn't pick Dallas to have the All-Star weekend?
Definitely wouldn't.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. So you don't even want it to come here?
No.
Okay.
No. Because I'm going to get the same. Well, I ain't going to say that because I've been to All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
So I ain't going to say I'm going to get the same feel watching it on the screen. No, it's a whole different vibe. But yeah. I mean, at this point, you have to put yourself in the shoes of the players.
So then you LeBron and De'Aaron Fox's comments, like the two people that have been heard from so far, De'Aaron Fox said, I think it's stupid. And obviously LeBron took it a slap. So you agree with them?
I definitely do.
Okay.
And at the same aspect, you have to look at it from LeBron's viewpoint.
Yeah.
They were in the bubble the longest.
Yeah.
They didn't have that long of a break.
Mm-hmm.
And they were counting on that for their break.
Definitely. Now, I can respect LeBron saying, that, one, I was expecting to have this, for sure 5-day break.
Yeah.
I was expected to be able to, one, have that moment either that I stay in LA and, do my thing, or I take my family. Now, there's rules with us, like you can't go out of the country.
Yeah.
So you can go out of market, but you have to return like within. Normally you have like guys report back, and then you have to report back within whatever the second day is to do the testing. So it's a quick turnaround. So I understand from LeBron's perspective.
Yeah.
It definitely is tough. I do respect though that him knowing like most likely I'm going to be the captain of the West.
Yeah.
First or second leading vote getter, that he'll be there. I respect it. I wouldn't be mad at him if he shows up and does not play, or he does I'm going to start the game, I'm going to do whatever, and after that, I'm going to sit my butt down. I can't really be mad.
Yeah.
Because the main goal, he's always entertained us.
Yeah.
He always has. It's okay. I can respect, like, saying, I'm really trying to get this ring, and sorry, like, catch me next year. Catch me at 19, 20, year 21.
I ask you this. Is because he talked about, using the 5 days to recalibrate and, spend time with his family. Are 5 days going to make or break?
Yes.
Really?
Man,
5 days.
Man, hearing these dudes talk about, just the grind of how long the season is, those 5 days, I mean, think about it. That's one day just to do nothing, like sit back, like nothing. Second day, maybe go get treatment, whatever. Third day, let me sit back and watch some film. Let me get with one of the coaches and really kind of go through what,
You still working.
Man, but it's different though.
If that's how you spend your 5 days, you still working.
That's the third day. That's like just like let me take because you want to know, like, when you recalibrating is not always just resetting. Recalibrate is like, now I have to either tailor my expectations and know that, okay, maybe we didn't start the way we wanted to, or that we need to either maintain, or that we need to, like pick it completely up.
Yeah.
So I think if you don't use any of that time to take any of those three aspects, I mean, coming into it, like you just took those 5 days and was like, I was just chilling, parlaying. You might as well go to All-Star Weekend if you're going to do that.
I mean, I'm not saying parlaying, but you may spend all 5 days with your family, just quality time.
Yeah, quality time, but your job is to still find a way to be locked in, because as soon as you come back, you're going to have to hit the ground running, because 5 days of rest, you're going to be playing after that, but then you're going to have a day of testing, 2 days of practice, you playing again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't – I just think at that point, like, you can't do nothing. You can't not find either things for yourself individually or look at where your team is at and figure out, like, okay, this is where we got to go from here.
Yeah.
That's a you asking a person that just, look, you're the one that got NBA friends. I got minimal. I don't know what I was thinking during the All-Star break of an overseas season. It was just like, okay, cool. I was hoping I could go home.
Yeah. So.
But it's much different. But I mean, that's kind of what this COVID thing brings. Like you said, it's a lot of the unknown.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been dealing with it for, man, it's almost a year now.
Yeah.
And there's moments where it feels like it's been 2 years, and moments it feels like it just happened yesterday. But like I said, I mean, it's even tough for us to go through on the episode and try to figure out or forecast or, tell the people like what we think is going to happen, because you just don't know. This All-Star thing came out of nowhere.
Yeah, you're right. It keeps us on our toes.
Yeah, definitely. Now, like I said, kind of, you go into All-Star break. That's obviously the midway point cutoff, second half of the season. From what you've seen so far, is there anything that if you were in charge or you're a coach, or I mean, is there anything that you would do different?
I mean, I hate to say it, but we go back to a bubble.
See, why you skipping? Why don't do me like that? Because I was going to ask you, should the playoffs be in a bubble? You just jumped to that from after All-Star game.
Yeah, I feel like they need to do it ASAP. I mean, what other solution do you have? Because it's too unknown. It's too sporadic. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, physically right now, the NBA can't do a bubble in Orlando again. They got their G League guys in the bubble.
Well, I'm sure there were plenty other options than Orlando. What was that? They were talking about, Vegas last year?
Yeah, but why would you not go back to the safe bet where everybody was accommodated the way they needed to? And
you can do the same thing elsewhere.
Vegas. You thought a couple of the little things here and there of sneaking in and doing all that. You think in Vegas it's not going to be worse?
Hey man, if you want to sneak out and do your own thing, you can be at the crib.
Man, it's gonna be some guys at the crib. They ain't got that much self control.
Well, they can take that fine and be on their way.
Hey, my vote would be for stick me in Orlando, don't stick me in Vegas. Don't even give me that temptation. Don't even do that to me.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, there are other places. There's got to be other places besides Orlando and Vegas.
What, Sioux Falls, South Dakota?
There you go. Was that where the whatchamacallit was?
What?
What's the other league?
I don't know.
That was in Ohio or whatever.
I don't know what you talking about, brother.
The bubble in Ohio.
What bubble in Ohio?
Wasn't it Ohio? Not the Big Three. Was it the Big Three?
The Big Three did a bubble? That's news to me.
No, not Big Three. What's the other one? The TNT.
TBT.
TBT.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, they did Columbus.
Yeah, see? That'll work.
But it was all one arena.
Yeah, make it work.
Oh, my goodness. Gosh. Yeah, you can't be commissioner.
Yeah, I'm trying anything.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Now
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
this is true, but this was not be look. Okay, see, normally you be my sounding board. I can't pick you. Just get somebody get this guy sub. But back to my other thing. One, I really, really hope that they consider doing the playoffs in a bubble.
Yeah.
I just think one the level of games that we saw, and even if it's putting just multiple teams in one like a region, something there's ways to get it done that it could be still on point.
Where if everything stays on course, when do the playoffs start?
Playoffs will still playoffs this year normally are the last week of April. It would have to be May at this point.
Yeah.
Because
they got a few months to plan if they were to do that.
Yeah, definitely. But it would be, I think it would kind of give a nice feel to have it kind of in a region.
How many courts are in the Bahamas?
I mean, at the main gym that we played in there was one court in the biggest ballroom, and they had 4 other courts in the other ballrooms. The Bahamas, really?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Maui, how many courts?
Maui was in a gym, though.
Oh, it was just one?
Yeah, at the Lahaina Civic Center.
Oh, okay.
And trust me, practicing at the high school in Maui that wasn't it. It was so hot, I thought I was about to break my neck on a pool of sweat.
All right, so we got the Bahamas then. You hear me, Commissioner?
Adam Silver ain't trying to hear that. It's got to be in the States.
Ooh, that'd be fun, too.
No, definitely. Now, with all that being said, NFL, we're to the Super Bowl at this point, which we made it. Got a small hiccup.
Yeah.
The Chiefs with the, pull a barber mid cut.
Man.
But, I mean, what do you think so far how the NBA has done compared to the other sports? I mean, obviously, NHL's got back started. Obviously, I don't pay attention to that much. I don't know how they're doing. Obviously, NFL's kind of the next biggest thing to me in the eyes of basketball.
Yeah.
Compared to NFL, I mean, that NFL it almost went off the rails, but obviously they got it together. I mean, how do you think the NBA is doing compared to how the NFL did?
I think they've done the best that they can considering the circumstances. With all the unknowns. I know I keep saying that, but with all the unknowns, and I mean, you can't control what people do outside of the arena.
Yeah. So
you're always going to have factors that play a part.
Yeah. I do want to throw a basketball thing in there, because we haven't really touched much about the basketball. Is there a particular team, though, that you could see COVID really affecting? Like the Steelers got affected. They were 12-0, 12-1. They're really rolling. COVID kind of hits them. You get a team like Baltimore, hit them. When they came back, they got everybody healthy, period, because there was more about COVID and not injuries, and they got to going. Is there any teams that you've seen so far that either could really benefit by some rest and getting some guys? And is there a team that you think if it slows them down, they're in trouble?
Not particularly. I'm trying to go through all the teams in my head.
Because the only team that I've seen so far that I think they may get rolling is Phoenix, because they had about a 6-game stretch where they lost and they had to be stopped for a minute. Yeah. And now they're kind of they were good early, kind of tough in the middle. Now it looks like they're starting to find their feet.
Where are they at right now, standing wise?
Right now, I believe they're 6th. For a minute, they were 3rd.
So
they fell all the way down.
They're 6th, and they had a setback. Mm-hmm. So that's scary.
Yeah. I mean, there's one particular team that they don't need anything to happen to them because they need to play as many games as possible, find a rhythm, to me, which would be Brooklyn. If they can get, because even no matter where Brooklyn finishes, they got a chance to win it.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you want to finish in a place that gives you a particularly best matchup wise, but they're the one team that you don't want to be in a position where you're that good and you're looking up and you're 7 and you got to see Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Or you got to see Philly from
Me
the
personally,
jump.
though, I'm not scared of Milwaukee.
Oh, no, I'm not at all. But, and surprisingly, Brooklyn, I thought they would have such a hard time defensively so far. And when you got 3 All-Stars, you just have to want to defend.
Yeah.
And whatever they do with this move, with Dinwiddie being out, and they just need rebounding at this point.
Yeah.
Because it's not about that they can't defend. Because if they get the offensive production that we all know that they can have, like we saw a couple of nights ago with Kyrie doing his thing, James Harden triple-double, and KD, they're scary.
Very scary.
And that's an understatement.
Right.
Because, look, Kyrie...
And you talking about my boy, triple-double.
Oh, okay. But we knew he was possible with that. But I think the biggest thing is what everybody saw, and I think what Steve Nash brought to the table, which, look, the biggest question mark was Kyrie. If you put James Harden on the ball, I think that gives him the best chance because he's the guy that's the least unselfish. KD is...
Oh,
look here. Okay.
I've heard it all. Did you hear? You heard it here first. That man gave James Harden a compliment.
I've always given him a compliment. Look, he still is. I'm with my pops. He still is hard in. He ain't got no defense.
Oh
but
my gosh!
Now
Y'all say he don't pass either.
No, I never. Ryan, he's had multiple years that he's led the league in assists. You can't deny that.
Okay. I'm glad you recognize.
Come on,
but go ahead.
We're still lefties. It's still my.
Oh, we. Now you speaking French. Okay. All right.
But more than anything, though, obviously Kyrie came back with a mindset of like, okay, I'm here. What I didn't realize, Kyrie right now is on pace to be 40, 50, 90. I mean, getting 28 a game and shooting 92 from the line, 43 from 3, and 51 from the field. And he would only be the second player all time to do that, averaging 25 plus. That's scary.
Yeah.
So, and
boy, good.
Oh yeah,
Undeniably good.
We've been trying to tell Pops he's really like that.
Yeah.
So, Pops, if you want, like, Kyrie's that guy. You can say what you want, but more like I said, more or less, a team like them, they need these games because like everybody mentions, it's like practice for them. So to get set back and have COVID and not be able to practice, because you either got to be able to practice, you got to be able to do it in games.
Yeah.
And if they can't, they need to get whatever the last 2 pieces is going to be to fill out the roster so that they could get going and kind of go from there. Yeah. So, and like I said, you said you didn't have a team in particular. That's my thought.
I agree with you 100% on both those teams. Because like you said, Phoenix has setbacks and they still number 6 right now. So they get rolling, they're going to be a problem.
Yeah, definitely.
And Brooklyn's already a problem.
They definitely are.
And if they can keep it going, I know we're not doing picks right now. But,
man. I mean, it's never too early to put some money on the table. It's never too early.
I'm going to hold off on the bet.
I mean, your team, you can't really pick them because, I mean, they're due for a lottery pick at this point.
Who?
Oklahoma City.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to pick them to win. That'd be, come on now.
I mean, you had some faith that they could.
No, I said I will always support them.
Okay.
But I'm not stupid. I know it's a rebuild year. It's going to be a few rebuild years.
Man. So, now, and I mean, here's the thing. This year, don't call it a rebuild because you just got to do what you can do. It ain't about.
I mean, yeah, you got to work with what you got, but do they have a lot? No.
So yeah, and time will tell. But in a year like this, some couple teams, fall off the 8-ball, fall off the wagon. Rona gets them.
I don't think they're good enough to take advantage of that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we know the teams that legit, like, okay, something happens, they got a chance to get in, in the West, the Mavs, maybe the Kings, somebody like that, Memphis, on the East. Man,
you think Memphis? I don't think I've even watched them this season.
They've struggled without Ja. And Jaren Jackson, I believe, is still hurt. Yeah. So, like on the East, we'll see. Washington maybe. Russ, something sparked the Brody.
What you think about Charlotte?
Charlotte's nice. Charlotte's nice.
And we was going in on them.
Man, we were. Hey, Michael Jordan, we owe you an apology.
Man, we was going in on y'all.
Now, let me give, because this was supposed to be a basketball episode, but we do got to bring out, let me say something about Charlotte. And I was having a conversation with the OG about it. LaMelo, not Lonzo. Sorry, let's put him on the back burner. LaMelo, I don't know, this rookie of the year thing, it looks like, Wiseman hurt him and Anthony Edwards, but it looks like just because of the hype that LaMelo will get the nod. But now he's been in the starting lineup. Terry Rozier's been out the past couple games. He looks comfortable.
Man. Now, he said, don't mind if I do.
Yeah. Now, this is the move that I would make. I would bring Devontae Graham off the bench and officially turn him into like the next Lou Willville. Like, I need you to come off the bench sparking.
Yeah.
The problem that they're going to have, if they could do anything, if they could get rid of Biyombo and get somebody a little better than Zeller, they'd be fine.
Yeah.
Because P.J. Washington and Miles Bridges, perfect fits with LaMelo.
Man, Miles showing out.
Man, now this nickname that they got for both of them, I don't really like it. Airbnb, was that Airball and Bridges? Come on now. That's the best we got.
Jury's still out.
Yeah, but mind you, you got 2 4-men that really play well with what LaMelo does well. You got you got 3 guards in the backcourt, and Gordon Hayward quietly just doing his thing, quietly being Gordon.
Yeah, quietly.
Yes, 22 a game. We like it.
Solid.
Yes, that's worth $148 million.
Yeah.
So now, can they make a push though? It's just going to be hard because you don't have a lot of guys. Because even Gordon doesn't have great playoff experience. He's got first and second round playoff experience. Terry Rozier has, a fill-in for Kyrie where he just was riding high. Everybody else, nothing.
Yeah.
So teams like that, you don't pray on anybody's downfall, but you got to take advantage if it does.
Yeah.
And then there might be a spark in Washington, just maybe. Brad said he doesn't want out. It's just the team, the situation. If I was him, I want out. I want as far away from there as possible.
It's gotta be frustrating.
Oh, he said it's frustrating, but he's trying to be loyal. He's taking a page out of Dame's book, but you got to realize where you're at. This ain't Portland.
He the man, though.
He is the man. The scoring title is, you might as well give it to him because I think he's just determined. Like I'm gonna put points on the board and hopefully my team follows.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I still think it's gone. But I saw a spark in Russ. They waking him up, and that's if y'all are people, y'all don't want to do that. I will say that about Westbrook, and you know better than anybody.
Yeah, the boy got heart.
So this whole KD thing, I'm starting to see some of the explosion.
Yeah,
and when he starts to playing like that, and gets downhill and ain't thinking, it's gonna be a tough night. And that's not the bro that you want to see him coming down at you full speed, and he gets some legs back, and he start putting your bigs on a poster. Because now you got to think different.
Yeah,
because when he does that, and he start talking, and the jump start going in, he start calling people babies. Get ugly.
Yeah, that's a good transition. A nice little preview to next week's episode.
Yeah, what we gonna hit him with next week?
What we say we was gonna talk about beef, the beef between these players.
Oh yeah, there's some beef out here. It's some stir fry. Like we could stir the pot with a couple of and it's some nice off the court. Look, we talk about basketball, but we here for the drama too. You know what I'm saying? We see y'all in the comments.
Yeah,
Pat and Dame.
Yeah,
everybody at PG Nick, Joel Embiid, the instigator.
Yeah, we gonna address it all.
Yeah, for sure. I like it. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, hey, y'all already know the deal. Follow your boy. Instagram. Be great _KAE. Oh, I'm sorry. B_great KAE.
Yeah, get it right. Get it tight. Follow your boy. Witness your moment. You are.
Yes, sir. That newly minted Instagram. Same thing as the Twitter.
See the floor _
Yes, sir. You already know the deal. Like, subscribe, comment, follow. We appreciate it.
Share. Tell a friend.
Yes, sir. Tell them all.
Yeah.
For sure. Till next time, y'all. We out.
See life like you see the floor.